Hello and welcome to the fifth episode of Sites of Socio-cultural Exchange Festivals in Northeast India with the in-house team of Athenium, Piashi and Deep. This series has been curated to delve into the complexities of the socio-cultural, political and economic milieu associated with festivals. Community festivals provide members of a community with opportunities to engage in socialization, entertainment, and the establishment of social networks, which can contribute to the enhancement of community cohesion and the building of social capital within a community. Additionally, they can provide tourism benefits such as increased visitation and promotion of a destination's image.
Social exchange theory by George Homans tries to explain sustainability of tourism in a community. His work also provided an analytical and timely perspective on the role of multicultural festivals in building multicultural societies. Professor Edward Rodrigues also attempts to explain the impact of rituals, pilgrimage, and religious festivals upon commodification of religion. Purchase of commodities as offerings to God will bring economic prosperity to the people in the locality, as he observes. Professor Rodrigues is also of the opinion that market plays a key role in advertising the occurrence and importance of rituals, pilgrimages, and festivals and attracts more pilgrims and tourists to the destination.
Right, Deep. And it is actually in this context that we try to understand the festivals of the state of Sikkim in today's episode of Athenium. Piashi, I think we can start by discussing a brief background of the state.
Yes, Nandini. Northeast comprises of 8 states, Sikkim being one of them, and it borders Tibet in the north and northeast, while the east is bordered with Bhutan, Nepal in the west, and Bengal in the south. Sikkim is also located very close to India's Siliguri corridor near Bangladesh. It is known that Sikkim is the least populous and second smallest among the Indian states, and recently it has been also declared the first organic state of India. A part of the eastern Himalaya, Sikkim is notable for its biodiversity, including alpine and subtropical climates, as well as being host to Kanchenjunga, the highest peak in India and third highest on earth.
Right, Piashi. And just to add to that, Sikkim's capital and the largest city is Gangtok, and almost 35% of the state is covered by Kanchenjunga National Park. The Kingdom of Sikkim was founded by the Namgyal dynasty in the 17th century, and it was ruled by a Buddhist priest king known as Chogyal. It became a princely state of British India in 1890.
Yes, if you talk about the history of Sikkim, after 1947, Sikkim continued its protectorate status with the Republic of India. It also enjoyed the highest literacy rate and per capita income among the Himalayan states. In the year 1973, there had been some anti-royalist riots that took place in front of the Chogyal's palace, and then in 1975, monarchy was deposed by the people. A referendum was also conducted in the year 1975, which led to Sikkim joining India as its 22nd state. Modern Sikkim is a multi-ethnic and multilingual Indian state. There are several official languages in Sikkim, which include English, it has Nepali, Sikkimese, and Lepcha. Additionally, there are official languages which include the Gurung language, Limbu, Magar, Mukhia, Newari, Rai, Sherpa, and Tamang for the purpose of preservation of culture and tradition in the state.
Right, Deep. And the precipitous terrain of Sikkim comes alive every year with festivities as the locals celebrate their culture and traditions. Every Sikkim festival is actually a kaleidoscope of colors that is celebrated with family, friends, and community. Be it the Kagya Dance performed by the monks of the Suklanghang Monastery or the farmers celebrating Lusung, which is actually a dance. And it is also a very, very integral part of all the festivals that are celebrated in the state. Now, the first festival that we will discuss today is the Sagadawa.
Nandini, Sagadawa is one of the most famous and biggest festivals of Sikkim and is celebrated annually with great enthusiasm and fervor. Sagadawa, or the Triple Blessed Festival, is an auspicious month for the Sikkimese Buddhist where prayers are held all throughout the month in various monasteries. And on the full moon of the fourth month of the Tibetan calendar, which is celebrated as Buddha Purnima in the rest of India, is a very, very important celebration. And it also believed that it was on this day that Buddha was born, he attained enlightenment and achieved nirvana. To mark these celebrations, a colorful procession of monks playing musical instruments, devotees carrying holy texts, portraits, and statues of Lord Buddha is taken out in Gangtok and in the other towns and villages of Sikkim. And one can also see that people gather in the streets to touch their heads with the holy scriptures to receive and seek blessings on this important day.
Right, Piyashi. And that actually brings us to another very important festival of the state, which is the Dasai. And I request Deep to please discuss about the Dasai.
Yes, Nandini. When we talk about the festival of Dasai, which is the main festival of the Hindu Nepalese community of Sikkim, which is celebrated usually in the month of October. It also coincides and is celebrated in the same way as Dashera in other parts of the country. The puja of goddess Durga is performed from the first day, that is Prathama, to the ninth day, which is known as Navami. Then on the 10th day, the elders in every family applies tika on the younger ones and bless them. They also have this tradition of cash or gift, which is given in kind, is also as basically given as a gift or token of blessing.
Right, Deep. And another festival of extreme historical and cultural significance in the state is the Pang Lapsol. Now, this festival is unique to the state and commemorates the consecration of Mount Kanchenjunga as the guardian deity of Sikkim. It is believed that the mountain god played an active role in introducing Buddhism into this former kingdom. According to a handwritten biography by Latsun Chempo, the chief propagator of Buddhism in Sikkim, it was a divine vision which was sent by the mountain god, and it guided him to Demajong, which is actually the hidden valley of rice, as Sikkim is referred to by the Bhutias.
Add on to what you've said, Nandini, to this day, the mountain god is invoked and prayed upon at the Panglapsol to continue protecting Sikkim. This festival is celebrated on the 15th day of the seventh month of the Tibetan calendar, corresponding to late August and early September. The chams, which are an important part of the festival, are unique, and the spectacular Pangtod or warrior dance was choreographed by the third Chogyal Chador Namgyal, which is said to have appeared to him in a vision. This festival also marks the commemoration of blood brotherhood sworn between the Lepchas and the Bhutias at Kabi in the 15th century.
Right, Piyashi. And many tourists, they visit Sikkim just to witness this festival, and you will also find many locals cheering the dancers, right? The entire aura is vibrant with dancers twirling fiercely on the beat of the drums, and it is such a positive feeling, and it marks actually the unity of the people. With that, we now talk about the Losung or the Nausung festival.
Yes, when we talk about Lusung, also known as Namsung by the Lepchas, it's a harvest festival when the farmers rejoice and celebrate their harvest. Although the festival is celebrated privately among family members and friends, there is an air of festivity all around. The Black Hat dance also takes place at this festival, which commemorates the victory of good over evil, with chants held in many monasteries 2 days prior to Lusong. The festival of Lusong is mostly celebrated in the month of December every year with traditional gaiety and color, both by the Lepchas and the Bhutias. Certain competitions are also held in traditional skills such as archery and bouts of merrymaking, which goes on for days.
Right, Deep. And what do you say, Piyashi? In the spirit of festivities of Sikkim, I think we can now bring in the Kagya dance.
Rightfully so. And the Kagya dance is also one of the most popular Buddhist festivals. The Kagya Cham is a celebration that is marked by masked monks and lamas performing some rigorous dance moves, symbolizing the destruction of all the evil and negative forces, thereby bringing in peace and prosperity for everybody in the coming year. And importantly, various intricate scenes from Buddhist mythology are enacted during this dance, which is a sight to be seen and which therefore comes to a closure by burning of effigies which are made of flour, wood, and paper. Now, this particular festival is not only held in high regards by the locals, but it has a very important significance in the lives of international tourists who believe that in the teachings of Buddha and seeing this dance, they find an eternal blessing or seek an eternal blessing.
Yes, to speak more about the dance form, it's a form of Cham mask dance, which is performed by Buddhist monks and lamas as their reverence to the Almighty and also as a means to ward off evils. The history of Cham dance dates back to the times of Guru Padmasambhava, the founder of Tibetan Buddhism in Sikkim, who is said to have performed this dance to vanquish a demon from this holy land. A number of variants of this Cham dance are performed on various festivals, but one thing is common in all of them, that is a mask representing scores of humans, deities, and animal faces, which enacts an interesting story of from the Buddhist mythology.
Right. And I think these are only some of the important festivals from the state of Sikkim that we could touch upon. And important festivals like Diwali, Holi, Ram Navami are also celebrated. Notably, Sikkim also celebrates annual festivals, keeping tourism as its main attraction. To name a few, there is the annual Sikkim Paragliding Festival, then there is the Mangang Music Festival, the International Flower and Garden Festival, etc.
Right, Piashi. And we at Athenium argue through our deliberations that cultural festivities provide a potent space for intercultural accommodations to be negotiated on largely indigenous terrain. These events strengthen indigenous agency and reset the terms of cross-cultural engagements and contested sovereignties for at least the duration of these staged encounters. So when looking at the festival, it becomes very critical to look at the nuances that are embedded in them beyond merrymaking and celebration. They provide the space for direct intercultural communication and representation, social, political, and economic participation, and also identity assertion, enabling the creation and recreation of histories which generate community values, customs, and behaviors. With this, we have come to an end of today's episode, and I thank the in-house team of Athenium, Deep and Piashi for joining me in this discussion. In the next episode of this series, we will discuss festivals of other northeastern states. Stay tuned to Athenium for more content on the northeast of India.